Hey viewers, Subhashni Manohar here. The subject is English literature for the class 8th and the topic is poem. The name of the poem is Geography Lesson. It is written by Zulfikar Ghose. He is shown in this picture. Zulfikar Ghose was a famous poet and novelist who was born in India before independence. After independence, he migrated to Pakistan and now he is settled in USA. He was born on March 13, 1935 and he was 85 years now. His other books were A New History of Torments, Jets from Orange, The Triple Mirror of the Self, etc. Introduction to the poem Geography Lesson. In this poem, the poet talks about three things. First one, how everything looks from the sky. Second thing, how civilization was established and the reason behind the unorganized settlement. And the third thing, his question to himself, why people hate each other. First stanza of the poem. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had. Seeing its scale inches to the mile, there seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazardly, unplanned, and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. In the first stanza, the poet says that when the jet takes off and starts to climb up in the sky, you can have full height view of the city. The city grew as per its necessity and did not grow as per proper planning. It does not have any particular style. It even looked 6 inches from certain height, revealing its true structure. Second stanza, when the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography, that land and water attracted man, was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. When the jet climbs higher up to 10,000 feet, he apprehends the fact that cities grew water resources, water fulfilled necessities like agriculture, transport, business, and others. He found that valleys were populated, which met the necessities of people. Third stanza, when the jet reached 10,000 feet, when the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round and that it had moved, but it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found cause to hate each other, to build wall across cities, and to kill. From that height, it was not clear why. When the jet went about 6 miles, there is more water than land on earth. While appreciating the geographical niceties of the planet, the poet is unable to understand the tendency to erect walls and to create fences. Then he rejected that people on earth were narrow minded and selfish, for they hate each other. He found the earth to be one, but not the people living on the earth are divided for shallow reasons. Question and answers from the poem. First one, find 3 or 4 phrases in stanzas 1 and 2 which are likely to occur in a geography lesson. The phrases are likely to occur in a geography lesson are: the city had developed the way it had. It scaled 6 inches to the mile. Cities where the rivers ran and the valleys were populated. Seen from the window of an aeroplane, the city appears as: first one, as haphazard on the ground, or as neat as a map, or as developed as necessary. Mark the right answer. The right answer is: seen from the window of an aeroplane, the city appears as haphazard as a ground. Third question, which of the following statements are from the logic of geography lesson? There are cities where there are rivers. Cities appear as they are not from 6 miles above the ground. It is easy to understand why valleys are populated. It is difficult to understand why humans hate and kill one another. The earth is round and it has more sea than land. This one, the first one, the third one, and the fourth are the correct statements. There are cities where there are rivers. It is easy to understand why valleys are populated. It is in the second stanza. It is difficult to understand why humans hate and kill one another. This is in the third stanza. So these 3 are the correct statements. Fourth one, mention 2 sites that are clear from the height and not clear from the height. From the height, it is clear that the earth is round and have more sea than land. From the height, it is not clear why people hate each other and build wall across the cities. Moral of the lesson. In this poem, the poet conveys a message that when the poet looks the earth from the height, he can clearly see that the earth is round and it is covered mostly by sea than land. But he couldn't understand why people spread hatred among each other. He also couldn't understand why they build walls around cities and fences. When he looks out of the window, he misses the beautiful scenery he once saw. We should conserve nature for our better future. Thank you.